How's it going, y'all? Ethan here, back with another video. This one is essentially going to be teaching you how to grind. So with the recent Fossil Egg update, you are going to want as much money as possible, and everyone knows that getting money is difficult, but I'm going to teach you the best way to earn money in this game. And also grinding your pets in case you want to make any neons straight away. So stay tuned, and we'll get right into it. So before we get started, there are a few things that I'd highly recommend that you use in order to use the best of your time to get the most money out of your pet. So first thing would be a grappling gun, grappling hook of some sort. So you can get this futuristic one within a few weeks of the daily login streak. I personally use the Ice Pick grappling hook from the Christmas event last year. You can also get the plunger grappling hook from the gift boxes at Adoption Island, and you can also buy one of the grappling hooks in the toy store for about 2K, which is a couple of hours of grinding, but you know, it's gonna be worth it. You'll see why. Second thing is the tiny home. Why do you want to use the tiny home, you might ask? Well, it's because if you have a giant home, it might be tougher to load in every time you walk into it. So with the tiny home, it'll be much faster to walk into and just immediately start grinding. And you're going to want to set up sort of a similar grinding station like this. I have lights that, it doesn't get too dark, and I have several stations for the primary needs, which are showering or bathing, food, drink, and sleeping. Um, the reason why I have multiple of each is because I typically grind on a server with friends, and they'll also use my house, so, we all need our own stations, so that's why I have multiple. And yeah, one other thing that you'll want to know is, if you didn't know already, the best way to go straight to the Adoption Island is to teleport to gifts by going to your inventory, gifts, press the plus sign, then click yes to teleport to the gifts display, and you'll be here. I think that's about everything we need to know before we actually get started. Oh, one more thing. The best way to do this is on your VIP server. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart my server, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do once you join your server. So here we go. Okay, so I just joined back into my server. We're just going to wait for everything to load back in. But yeah, basically, first thing you're going to do is just immediately switch to a parent. I typically don't use a kid just because you can't pick up your pet. Okay. Next thing you want to do is find which pet you want to grind. In this case, I'm using my griffin just because I'm trying to get it full for the money. We're going to teleport straight to gifts. Take out your grappling hook if you have one. If you don't, it's fine if you just walk. And we're going to actually go straight to the hospital. Reason being is because we're going to fill up our inventory with golden eggs, which, if you don't know, they will instantly heal your pet in case it gets sick. So we're just going to fill up until it gives us the notification saying you cannot hold anymore. And they go away every time you leave the server anyway, so it's fine. We're going to go back to gifts because every time you join the server, the first sort of special need your pet needs is the school. And this is true for any VIP server that you first go onto, as long as you're on the server when it first starts. So we're going to wait here until it finishes school, but I suppose I could let you know the order right now if you don't know. Most people know, but essentially the order is school, then you have to go to the pool party, then the next day you'll have to go back to school, and then the next day you'll have to go to the playground, and then you start over with the school, pool, etc. So that's the order of that. And then once this finishes, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to wait right here. Reason being is because if this finishes right now, we can just go straight out the door. But if we need to eat or drink or something, we have that access right there. So we could just grapple right here and, feed it or something if it needs it. But for now, we're just going to go outside and go right back to our home. And this is essentially how I use the grappling hook. I'll just grapple the billboard, grapple down here, and then jump right in. One thing you are going to want to know is when using the grappling hook, if you grapple through the tunnel, you'll just go straight through it. It won't help you. So essentially, what you have to do is you have to grapple and then jump right before it. That didn't work. If you go straight through, just run right back, and you'll go through. It's as easy as that. Similar to the door, jump right in front of it, and you will go through. So yeah, now here, all you have to do is just wait until you have to eat, you have to drink. You don't have to worry about the shower until the next morning of the daylight cycle. And then, obviously, once it becomes night and you get the notification, you can go to sleep here. Okay, so I do believe it just turned nighttime, and while I've been waiting, I completely forgot to tell beginners that if you haven't known yet, uh, all your pet's needs will show up at the top. If you don't know what it actually means, like this one is sleeping, you can actually hover your mouse over it and it'll tell you what to do. If you click on it, it'll send a GPS signal to your home, so you can follow the arrows need be. But you should be able to find your home relatively easily. So we're gonna put it to sleep, and yeah, we're gonna make a couple of bucks off of this, and this is essentially how you grind. We're gonna continue, and I'll show you the best ways to tackle the next couple of daylight cycles, and hopefully that'll help you well on your way to grinding pets for the new Dino Egg update, Fossil Egg update. Dang it. They should have called it the Dino Egg, honestly. I don't think Fossil Egg works. I suppose the ground sloth is not a dino. Anyway, a topic for another day. Let's keep going. Okay, so it is morning now. We're gonna cash out. Um, that that check comes every morning, and then we're gonna shower our griffin. I highly recommend using showers over bathtubs, just because it is, I believe, twice as fast at doing this. And then right after this, what you're gonna want to do is teleport immediately to gifts. Uh, Chances are, after a while, you're not going to remember the order of school, pool, school, playground. So essentially, if you wait here, you'll be fine because you can grapple over to the playground that way. You can grapple to the school. But right now, we are going to grapple to the pool party because that is what's next. And that's why it's good to know that pattern. So we're going to wait right here, and the pool party should, start up any minute. There we go. So we'll wait here for the next 45 seconds or however long this takes. It definitely does take a while, but it is worth the 12 bucks. Um, I typically don't use vehicles just because, one, they're slow. Two, even if they're faster than the grappling hook, they are a little more uncontrollable. The grappling hook is just allow. It's more predictable, I suppose. But essentially, we're going to grapple over to the billboard. You want to aim a little higher just because it does have a little bit of gravity as it goes there, and it will fall a little bit. And you're just going to grapple into the portal and jump right in. And same thing, jump right in front of the house, and we are good for this night. Actually, we're not. So, every 3 nights, we will have to go camping. So if you don't know where the camping site is, that's basically the very back of the adoption island, which I'll show you in a second. But on the second night, when you are grinding on your VIP server at the beginning, the second night you will have to go camping, and that's important to remember because, well, it's not important, I suppose. It's going to notify you, and you'll have a couple of minutes to get there. But like, it's definitely good to know. So we'll actually just go back to gifts, and what we're going to do is we're going to grapple over to this tree, jump right in front, grapple over to this tunnel. And this might trip you up sometimes, but it's fine. The grapple will take you over. And this is the campsite. So by staying here, we'll make 18 bucks. By sleeping, we'll make another 8, 7 bucks. I don't know. But the other cool thing is you have these free marshmallows, so you can pick them up and directly feed them to your pet, and you'll make money off of it. And if it gets thirsty, well, too bad. Until you get back to your home. Um, so yeah, we'll wait here until it's camping time. We will wait until it's camping time. Okay, so it is nighttime now, and it just gave us the notification that we have to go camping. Again, you can click this in case you want these little arrows to take you to the campsite, but we know where to go. So we're going to come right here, and it's going to tell us to put everything to sleep anyway, so we're going to put it into the tent. It's kind of cool. It's like a mini tent. Yeah. So camping does take the longest, but it does pay out the most, so it's definitely worth coming over here. And I guess I'll show you once we're done camping, how to efficiently get back. Because when we're gonna get back, we want to get back to our house in time to shower, just because we don't want to save that for later. Uh, I like to be proactive. So essentially, we're almost done. So we're just gonna go to the edge of the campsite because you're safe to keep camping right here. We're gonna actually we're not gonna grapple. We're gonna directly teleport to gifts. We're gonna jump over this massive thing, and then we're gonna do the same thing where we grapple to the sign, and then grapple right below, and then walk right through. And now we're safe and sound at our home, ready to continue our grind. One thing I do want to mention now is, I guess something else you'll want to keep in mind for the future is right after the camping night, tomorrow morning after you shower, it's your pet is gonna get sick. Coronavirus. I'm kidding. Uh, So that's what if you remember, that's what the golden apples were for, healing apples. I didn't actually know they were called healing apples. So essentially, you're just gonna feed your pet a healing apple, and it'll instantly heal and give you $12. So yeah, I'll be back once it becomes morning. Okay, it just became morning, but don't forget all the while during the night, when your pet gets hungry or thirsty, just put it in your respective bowls. Okay, so now I need to shower, so we're gonna put it in. We're gonna take it out, and immediately after it should, or just relatively soon, it'll. Yep, see, it's sick now. Let's go to the hospital. Nope, we could just feed it our healing apple, and we'll immediately get $12 for this. So that's sweet. And because we know that we already just went to the pool party, we know that we are gonna have to head on over to gifts. We may as well just go into the school right now. And then yeah, as long as you follow these tips and tricks, remember some of the patterns, which it's fine if you don't remember all of the patterns right now. After hours of grinding, you will start to remember them, and then grinding will just get easier from there. So definitely one recommendation is just to keep grinding. You'll keep making money, you'll keep getting more pets, you'll keep upgrading your pets, I mean, neoning and mega neoning the pets. Um, and yeah, even if you don't have any more pets you want to make a neon or something, or any more pets you want to grow up, just take a random pet. Like, for example, I'm taking my griffin, which I just got yesterday, from a trade, and I'm just leveling it up all the way to full grown in order to make more money, in order to buy more fossil eggs, get more neons. Uh, yeah. And last thing, on the day, I'm not gonna wait until then. I'll probably end the video soon. So when it's time to go to the playground, you're going to want to essentially just go to gifts and then just grapple straight here, and then you'll wait here. And typically, I just wait at the edge right here, just so I'm ready to head back to my home when it's time. And what I'll essentially do is I'll grapple this pole, jump right in the middle of the tunnel, and then walk straight through. And that is just about everything you're going to need to know in order to efficiently grind on your Adami VIP server. Um, Obviously, if there are any modifications you want to make, like for example, if you don't like the grappling hook and you prefer a vehicle, that's all good. Go for it. I mean, it really is whatever you decide is most efficient for you. This is kind of what I find is most efficient, but this is also what I think is generally going to help anyone to uh, grind efficiently at a low budget. So I designed this to not require any Robux. For example, oftentimes what I'll use is a magic door, which I did get from a trade, but essentially what happens is you'll go through it and you'll teleport straight to your home, so you don't actually have to grapple to your um, home every time. But just about everything is the same. Like, this isn't that much more efficient than just grappling home. It's just it saves you a couple more seconds. So I do think that this is one of the most efficient ways to make money on the server. So if you enjoyed, definitely share it with your friends. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more like this. Comment what tutorials or gameplay you'd want to see in the future, because I am definitely interested. I don't know what else I'd want to post on the YouTube channel yet. But we're getting there. Um, just wanted to thank those who subscribed last time I posted. Those videos were meh. This video is probably going to be meh, but we're growing. We are growing as a extremely small community. So yeah, thanks so much again, and I will see you next time. Later. How do I stop recording? There we go. Bye.